Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. We're live, not the United Stand, we're on That's Football, aren't we? Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. We're live for England against USA in the World Cup. The second game for England and obviously the second game for US as well. Is it football? Is it soccer? It's going to be football. Look, I've got a lot of respect for USA. I think they played really, really well the other day. But I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I don't see anything other than England win. I'm afraid, United States. I think we will win it, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're all looking forward to it as well. We're sponsored by Boohoo Man, so I've got my Gareth Southgate waistcoat jumper on that you can get from Boohoo Man that some people describe as a dress. But here we go. It is that time. I'm feeling a bit hot actually. I might have to take this off. But I hope you're ready. And I think pretty much England are unchanged. That's what I'm getting on the team news. England unchanged and USA as well. Let's just have a quick look at what they're doing. So England, yes. England unchanged. Pickford, Trippier, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Bellingham, Rice, Saka, Mount, Sterling and Kane. Kyle Walker is fit enough at the bench. And then Turner, Dest, Zimmerman, Ream, Robinson, McKennie, Adams, Muzza, Weah, Wright and Pulisic. I think that is the team they started with. No, they've made one change. Wright's in for Sargent. So Sargent doesn't start, the Norwich player. So, yeah, interesting. Score predictions. I think we've seen enough to sort of make an intelligent anti-bias prediction here. I think that United States were very impressive against Wales. They should have beat Wales. They didn't beat Wales. And I think they faded after an hour. So I think they'll fade again. And I think England are very fit with a very good bench. So I would say even if there was a 0-0 or 1-0 to United States after an hour, I think England will come hard in the final 40 minutes. So I fancy England to win. I'd say 2-0 at least. 5-0 incoming. It's football, not soccer, says Tommy. I do think United States are good, but I do also think that they might get hammered because of inexperience and fatigue. I hope they give us a game, but I think England have got a straightforward group, and I think they'll have a straightforward round of 16, and I think the tournament starts for England in the quarterfinals. Will you guys do a full panel for the World Cup final, says Nelly? Don't know, mate. Long time off. We'll see. And give us a twirl, Mark. It's a jumper. I'm a bit contradicted actually because Scotland are represented here. Scooby-Doo. But it's a jumper. Look, I admit that it looks a bit thin on TV there, but it's meant to be a waistcoat with a shirt and tie. It's a Christmas jumper. You can get it from Boohoo Man. Scan the QR code. There you go. In fact, let me just give a bit of a shout out to Boohoo Man because we're sponsored by Boohoo Man. It's the 25th of November, and as well as being England versus USA, it's also the biggest shopping day of the year worldwide. It's always also known as Black Friday. And we've got a huge offer from Boohoo Man. So out the day, Boohoo Man have massive discounts across their entire men's range. Right now, if you click the link in the description, you can get up to 99% off. That's not a typo, 99% off on the Boohoo Man store today. So what are you waiting for? Scan that QR code or go through the link in the description and get yourself a whole new Boohoo Man inspired wardrobe today. But that's not all Boohoo Man are doing this Black Friday. They're giving you, That's Football and United Stand viewers, the chance to win a huge £800 voucher to spend at Boohoo Man. £800 is going to go to one of you for a voucher at Boohoo Man. All you've got to do is scroll into the description, click the second link, I think it is, and fill in the entry form. It's free to do it. We'll be announcing the winner on Monday on this channel. So make sure you don't miss out on those two amazing Boohoo Man opportunities that are live for you today. They've got the Black Friday sales. Some items are 99% off, but one of you will get the £800 voucher. And don't think, oh, I'm not going to bother entering, because maybe only 5 people will. Maybe people think, oh, I'm not going to bother. So enter for free, £800 voucher to spend at Boohoo Man. Basically you'd get all your Christmas presents, basically, and treat yourself. So check it out, Boohoo Man, sponsoring the stream, £800 voucher, enter, and they've got loads of discounts. It's not a dress, it's a pair of pyjama bottoms, Melps. People are obsessed about seeing me in a dress. I'm more worried about what you think than me. But no, it's not a dress. It's not a dress. Right, let's get the stats carousel running around, because that's sponsored by OneFootball, which you can also download through the link in the description or the QR code in the top right-hand corner. OneFootball is the best place to get all your breaking football and transfer news in one place. It's free to download and available on all platforms. We are good to go with the stats carousel, which starts to go round there. As you can see there, that's how the group looks at the moment. England top, having only played one game. Iran in second, having beaten Wales. And United States today have an opportunity to go second. But if they don't win today, they'd have to beat Iran to have any chance. If Iran draw with the United States, Iran could go through. Iran could go through. We are rivals today. I have a lot of love for the North American football community. I know a lot of them watch United Stand. A lot of them watch That's Football. But today it is England against the USA. And patriotism is absolutely fine. And yeah, let's bring it on. I quite liked how they played the other night. But I just think if this United States side is heading anywhere, it's not there yet. I think the next World Cup... you know what I would say? I would say for this United States side, this is a journey and you're at the start of it. The experience you will get from this tournament will stand you in good stead in 4 years' time. I don't think United States are meant to be hot for this tournament. I think it's about that. And when we're talking about hosts, remember the next World Cup will be in the United States, Canada, and I think Mexico. The hosts of this World Cup are out. Qatar are out. Maybe not a surprise, but after 2 games, that's very disappointing. They're out. They lost today to Senegal. Obviously, they lost their opening game to Ecuador. With Ecuador and the Netherlands already on 4 points, there is no way back for Qatar. And they are actually, I'd like to say going home. They're already at home. They are the host nation and they are out. The first club to go out is the hosts. Mark, as a United fan, are usually on the same side during your watch-alongs, but tonight there's no taxation without representation, says Red Harlow. I'm English and my kids are American. It's a hostile house, says Lilla. I'd love to know what Americans really genuinely think about this game. I mean, at the end of the day, it really is... you are really the underdogs. I'd like to say that you're not, but you are. You are the underdogs in this game, and that's just the way it is. I don't think anybody would argue with that. I love the dress. I hate the lineup. No Gio Reyna in the middle, and Zimmerman at centre-back, who cost us versus Wales. I think if the United States could stay fit for 90 minutes, fitness-wise, I mean, stamina, then I'd give them more of a chance. But I just don't think that you can compete with Premier League players 2 months into the season, and our bench is considerably better than yours. I mean, you look at England's bench, and it's Kyle Walker, Jack Grealish, Jordan Henderson, Marcus Rashford, Kelvin Phillips, Eric Dyer, Connor Cody, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Phil Foden, Ben White, Callum Wilson, Conor Gallagher. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Phil Foden, Marcus Rashford, Jack Grealish. I mean, there's a lot more than them, but them 4 are brilliant. Brilliant players. So I just think that it's a mountain to climb for the United States, and if they climb it, I will be one of the first people to say that is unbelievable. But I just don't expect it to happen. I don't expect it to happen. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, that game on Tuesday night, if United States do lose tonight, they're not out. That game against Iran, which a lot of people have been looking at anyway for many different reasons than football, that becomes a huge game. What's up, Mark? I'm an American and I think we're going to get smashed. It's soccer though, says Zachary. And why are you wearing it? Because I wore it in the last game for England and people said, please wear it again. It could be a positive thing. You know the octopus in the World Cup? I get the feeling that this people are sort of thinking that this could be that. The Goldbridge waistcoat / dress could be the thing. Who's better, Saka or Foden, says Gary. Well, I don't think it's Saka or Foden. I think it's Foden or Mount for me. I'd like to see Phil Foden playing centrally. Is it just me, or is it exactly the same England team, says Tarek? It's exactly the same England team. If you just bear with me for a minute, you're actually going to be live on this in a way. Obviously, I can't get you. Well, I might see a comment that I read out, but I've just forgotten that I haven't done my Instagram post. So I just want to share this on Insta. There we go. There we go. Hello everybody, we're live on YouTube for England against the United States. Click the link in the description. I've got my waistcoat / dress on. Join us Friday night, England World Cup. Click the link. That's how you do it really. Yeah, so I'll just share that now on @GoldbridgeMark, which is my, funnily enough, Instagram page. And we are good to go. I'd forgotten to do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. How do you think we will out-soccer the US tonight, says Jabbers? Look, I think if England were playing France, I would be much more concerned. If we were playing Brazil, I'd be much more concerned. If we were playing Spain, I'd be much more concerned. Very happy to see Maguire in your starting lineup, says Mo. But, look, England have had some bad results lately, of course they have. But on the other hand, I just think that this World Cup was always going to suit England. We're very fit, we're very fresh, and the competition, you know, we're not in a group like France where they've got to play Denmark tomorrow. We're not in a group like Spain where they've got to play Germany on Sunday. We haven't got a fixture in our group that's like, that's a hard game. We haven't. We've got a few teams that could cause us a bloody nose. We've got a few teams that could embarrass us, but we haven't got a team where we play them and go, ooh, that's a tough game. And I'm not disrespecting Wales, Iran, or the United States, but if England were to lose those games, we would be ridiculed in England. Like, the press would be all over it. So we've got a really good group, and then we're probably going to play Ecuador in the last round of 16, where again, I think that's a good draw for us. So I think England are confident, relaxed, and very fit because there is no real reason to worry. That Iran game was probably the only game they were panicky a little bit, and it was very easy. So I just think they're in the groove, they're in a good place, and they probably feel quite fit and relaxed. I think England's biggest problem for me is going to be when we do play a France or a Brazil, and the levels have to go up. And it's whether we can go up, whether we can grow into the tournament. But at the moment, I think we're confident, we believe, and I think I think England are dangerous when they're confident and they believe. Could this be a hangover match like the England-Scotland 0-0 game last year in the Euros, says Vassal? Should be a fun game. If I was the US coach, I'd just target Maguire, see how high he plays. We've got some hard games after this group, says SK. The best thing that I liked about the United States was their midfield three. Muzza, Adams and McKennie. I thought that they played really, really well in the first half. So that is where games are won and lost. I don't think Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham will be able to deal with Casemiro and Brazil's midfield as easily as they can deal with this group. But I think Rice and Bellingham in this scenario are going to be, you know, very, very capable. But look, as I said, respect to the United States. They impressed me against Wales for an hour. Then they ran out of steam. I know a lot of American fans because you're in the chat and you're on the United Stand chat as well. And I do listen. And I think, you know, effectively what you've got is a scenario where this United States team is really just at the start of its journey. I mean, there was a few United States fans who were saying that, you know, weren't really happy with the manager coming into the game and the way that you were playing. And then I thought you played really well against Wales. So vulnerability is, of course, there. And I think it's a learning curve for the United States. They're not expected to beat England, is what I'm trying to say. Can you shout out Manny? He's a fan since early 2018. Of course I can. Big shout out to Manny. That's from Carl. It's not called soccer. It's never been called soccer. and it won't be called soccer. And it won't be called soccer tonight, even if United States win, because if you beat us at soccer, no one acknowledges it. You've got to beat us at football. I'm telling you now, if United States win tonight, you should be calling it you beat us at football, because if you say you beat us at soccer, no one will care. Get out. I think we have good players that can match up to England, but our coaching and systems are far off the European and South American teams. Go USA, says Justin. I've said it a few times already, Justin. I actually think your biggest issue here, and the warning sign was Wales, was the fact that Wales were fitter than you in the second half, and English players will be fitter than the Welsh because we've got more players playing in the Premier League, whereas Wales, I think, have got a few players playing in the Championship. So yeah, I think it will be a difficult one fitness-wise. The second half is where I think the game will go away from you. So you've got to have a good first half. History is on USA's side. England tend to take these games lightly and get upset. We're going to give it our all, that's for sure. Hopefully get a point to Stuart Walker. I also think that with England, we've got a real opportunity with the set pieces. I think there is an opportunity with set pieces for England. I think we're good at set pieces, and again, that's a string to our bow. So yeah, right. Mackie says it was called soccer worldwide until the 50s. Don't care. Was anyone born in the 50s? And let's play football, says Saul. No, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, can I just say this? Actually, I haven't said this. I'm not repeating myself here. Team news is going around the stats carousel, as you can see. I haven't said this yet. I actually genuinely hope the United States play well. I think as an England fan, the Iran game was enjoyable, but they were so bad, it was hard to gauge how good we were. If the United States play well tonight and we beat them 4-0, that's a real good gauge of how good we are in this tournament and how potentially far we can go. Again, against Wales on Tuesday, I think it's a real opportunity for England to get 9 points, score a lot of goals. Harry Kane's starting. He'll want to be involved in the Golden Boot as well. There's a lot of players on 2 goals in the Golden Boot now, isn't there? So I think that with that, it's a big chance for England to put a marker down. But I'm not going to change what I said. I think quarterfinals was what I said before the tournament, and I think quarterfinals for England is quite straightforward with the quality that we've got. Quarterfinals is not an achievement for England. If we get knocked out in the quarterfinals and people go, that's an achievement, let's give Southgate another contract. Have you seen our squad and have you seen the run to the quarterfinals? We've probably got the easiest run to the quarterfinals out of anyone. That's where our tournament starts, the quarterfinals. So I'm very relaxed. I think the players are relaxed. I think England fans are very relaxed. And I think we all know, as long as we don't mess up, and look, we could mess up, but as long as we don't mess up, we're just cruising, hopefully, towards the quarterfinals and building confidence. No one outside of US and Canada call it soccer, so if they beat us, that doesn't mean anything, says Jetro. And Mark, what are your opinions on being linked with the Treaty United job in the League of Ireland, says Treaty United. Sounds like a treat. It's Netherlands are going to get an easy path, though, says JRS. Well, no, because Netherlands will play the team second in our group. And what if it's United States? I think the United States could give the Netherlands a game. I watched that game, Netherlands-Ecuador, and I was like, I think Ecuador could have won that. I mean, people might disagree with me, but I think they could have won that. Can I just correct myself? I stand corrected. Valencia has got 3 goals for Ecuador already in the Golden Boot. So... yeah, he's 3 goals ahead of Harry Kane at the moment. But how far will Ecuador go? But he's doing quite well at the moment, isn't he? Hi, Mark. Hope you're staying humble and blessed. Sorry to hear about you. What's that, Braden? I don't know what you're talking about there. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way, bottom right-hand corner, and share the video. We are nearly at 10,000 already, and the game hasn't even started. And... what do you think of Tyler Adams, says John Johnson. I think he's good. I think he's doing well. And Valencia is apparently injured now. And Mark, what's your favourite NFL team? Cowboys, but I'm going for the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl this year, which I'll be doing a watch along for on this channel. Where do you think things went wrong for Wales? Says Joel. I think they're a tired team. Yeah, I think they're a tired team, and I think that their team is getting older. Yeah, so. Sorry, I might have some technical difficulties I'm trying to sort out. Mark, thank you very much there. And don't forget that we've got the Winston says, USA born but lived in England for much of my childhood. Come on, England, says Winston. There you go. And don't forget, we've got an £800 voucher to give away from Boohoo Man. All you've got to do is click the link in the description and enter your details on the second link for free, and you can win an £800 voucher. You could win that. Also, they've got loads and loads of discounts. Scan the QR code on their website today for Black Friday. Some of their discounts are up to 99% off, so check it out with Boohoo Man. And obviously, they've got their Christmas jumpers like this you can get. And you can be spoken about at your Christmas party like I get spoken about on this chat. It's my birthday today. I turned 30. Can you call me a Pratt, please? Make 4-0 win for England today. Our bench is too fast for any team, says Jack. Yeah, I'm going minimum 2-0 to England here. Minimum. That means I'm going minimum 2-0 to England. I just think the second half will just tear them apart. They had no fitness. I'm bored of saying it myself, but they were so good against Wales in the first half, and second half they just had no fitness left, did they? So yeah, I can't see a scenario where England don't win this game. England are capable of playing really badly, though. Look, let me stop being overly confident and let me just say, is there a scenario where England where England don't win the game? And of course there is. I think if England played like they did in the summer when we were playing the Nations League, then of course there's an opportunity for USA. I think England are look, let me say this. I think there are huge similarities between England under Southgate and Manchester United under Solskjaer. Now, Manchester United under Solskjaer finished second and got to a Europa League final. So, yeah, that can happen. But on the other hand, it also could be that Man United team under Solskjaer could also, when it concedes first, implode. So yeah, that could be a problem. USA born, lifelong United supporter, England 4-0, says Chad Farrant. So yeah, it's not impossible that the United States win this game, but I think England would have to play really badly, and United States would have to score first. That's the way to hurt England. I think if you play, look, when you play in England, don't do what Iran did. As an England fan, and I'm sure many England fans would replicate my opinion here, if you want to beat England, don't invite us on. Don't give us loads of corners. Don't let us camp on the edge of your box, because we will beat you. I think if you want to hurt England, play a higher line. Press us higher up the pitch, because, you know, Maguire and Stones are good centre-backs when they're left on their own on the halfway line with nobody near them. They're not good centre-backs when they've got people running in behind them. So I think it's a brave... This is why England will come unstuck against France or Brazil. Somebody that fancies themselves to be better than us will probably beat us. But teams who treat us as the favourites, we will beat if they show us too much respect. Because if we can dictate the play and dictate, you know, getting to the edge of the box, we will find a way, whether it's from a corner or whatever. Between Messi and Ronaldo, who would you rather see win the World Cup? Says Tiger Claus. Ronaldo. And yeah, Ronaldo. And what are your predictions on the 4 teams that will progress to the semi-finals? Says Wham. At the moment, I think the way the groups will go, only England or France will hit the semi-final. So I would say France, Brazil. I mean, I don't necessarily know the way it's going to work, but I would say France, Brazil, Spain, and the 4th one's a funny one. The USA kit is fire, says Fennick. And the word soccer was invented in England, which was slang for association football. Football started being used because soccer sounded too American, says Javier there. Thank you very much. Teams are in the tunnel. They are in the tunnel. Give us a spin, Goldbridge, says Tom Boone. There you go. There's my waistcoat. See, you can tell it's a waistcoat now when I stand up. It's being wore for look. As soon as we drop points, I'm not wearing this one again. Part of me hopes we drop points, but not in this one. Let's get qualified. If England win, they qualify top of the group, by the way. I don't know whether anyone's figured that out, but if England win, we're top of the group. We've got 6 points. Iran have got 3 points. They're never going to turn the goal difference round against us. And obviously, the United States would be on 1 and Wales would be on 1. There's only 1 game left. The United States and Wales wouldn't be able to catch us. And Iran aren't going to turn around the goal difference. So we would qualify as top of the group if we win tonight. Which means we could relax a little bit even more against Wales, doesn't it? James Maddison's on the bench, I believe. I mean, unless I've missed something there. I mean, look, in relation to James Maddison, he is on the bench. He's not on the bench. Okay. James Maddison's not on the bench, so maybe, I don't know what's gone wrong there. James Maddison was never playing a minute in this World Cup anyway, let's be honest. Unless we're playing a third place game or something. James Maddison was probably a player that Southgate was thinking, I might not take. Public pressure made him take him, and then he was like, I'll take him, but I won't use him. He won't use James Maddison, just like he didn't use Ivan Toney. Lovely suit and tie there, Mark. Is that what you wore when you were a detective? Imagine showing up to a crime scene in that, says Jordan. And Kane to score or not due to the other's quality, says Adaz. I fancy Kane to score tonight. I do think that Harry Kane, Maddison's got a knee injury, by the way, thanks to Mitchell. I do fancy Kane to score tonight. I do think he will be a contender for Golden Boot. I think he'll be disappointed that he didn't score on for when was it? Monday. And yeah, I do fancy Harry Kane to score because look, if we get a penalty, he takes it. England are normally very Harry Kane centric. That United States top is very nice, by the way, very, very nice. Whoop, 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 whoop. Mark, are you the king? Says outdoor adventure with marine shakes, the emperor and the pimp. Okay. Maguire will have a nightmare today, says FD Paul. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? We'll see about that. I think he might have quite a comfortable night. Don't forget, whilst you're watching this game, Boohoo Man, we've got an £800 voucher to give away for one of you. All you've got to do to enter is click the second link in the description and enter for free. And one of you, it's only for people who are watching this. It's not a Boohoo Man wide website competition. It's exclusively for you. One of you will win an £800 voucher, which will go very, very well as we approach Christmas, I'm sure. McKipper says, USA are about to get a massive wake-up call. I think England will run through them. Yeah, I do. I think we will. It's not arrogance. I actually really looked forward to watching United States against Wales, and I was much more impressed with the way they played than Wales. But I just don't. I think this is I think I said it at the time, and I'll say it again. That group, if this was Brazil's group, imagine what they'd do. If this was France's group, imagine what they would do. If this was Spain's group, imagine what they would do. And that's the only diluter I would use. That as much as we'll get carried away when England win all three, would Brazil win all three? Would France win all three? Yes, they would. It's not a hard group. It isn't, and that's not disrespecting Wales, Iran, or United States, but it's not a hard group for a nation that's got 20 really good players. Hi, Mark. Honest thoughts on Wales still qualifying if we beat you next week? Hal, I think that you have got a chance of qualifying, but it depends. Wales will want England to win tonight and then rest their team on Tuesday, which I don't agree with. I don't think we should rest against Wales and give them a ticket into the knockout stage. I think Iran and the United States, from what I've seen so far, deserve it more than Wales. But that's Wales' chance. If England win tonight and qualify top of the group, then they'll rest a lot of players, and that might be your chance. Out of all the small or underdog nations, which one do you think is most likely to go far? Says Bush. Japan. I think Japan will qualify on Sunday. I think they will win against Costa Rica at 10 a.m. And then I think Spain will at least draw with Germany, which will leave Germany on 1 point and Japan on 6. And I think that'll be Germany going out, third game. Hi, Mark. Honest thoughts on Wales? Still, we've done that one from Hellcat. Thank you very much. And Jack says, it's his birthday today, turn 30. Can you call me a Pratt? Please, mate. 4-0 win for England today. Our bench is too fast for any team. You are a Pratt, Jack, but you're absolutely correct. Thank you very much for your comments there. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Really appreciate that. And we're good to go. We're good to go. We're ready to go here. Do I feel nervous? Nah. This is a walk in the park tonight. We just got to do what we do. I'll be nervous in a couple of weeks when we're playing in the quarterfinals. Tonight, I'm feeling like we'd have to play really below average to not win. We really would. Make sure you share the video if you're watching, by the way. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Let's ready to go. England playing in white. USA playing in blue. Very nice kit. I mean, USA have won the battle of the kits, that's for sure. I don't like the England white kit, and I do like the USA away kit. I'm Welsh, and we don't deserve to go through, says Norfolk Enchant. I was very impressed with Iran today. Oh, well, my mother, who loved football, passed away before seeing us in the World Cup. At least I got the chance. And look, you know what? I think Wales are getting a lot of stick today, but they've not played in a World Cup since 1958. You know, let's put a bit of context on this. I think Wales want to mix it up with England. Of course they do. We're massive rivals. But there is also a bit of a reality bite. That Wales team needs a bit of fresh blood as well. You know, Aaron Ramsey, Gareth Bale, they're probably 4 years past being anywhere near their prime, aren't they? So I think that Wales team is... for Wales, you should look back to the Euros where you got to the semi-final and were fantastic. You know, Wales have had a lot of success over the last, 8 years, comparable to Ireland and Scotland. You know, it's been Wales' time. Somebody in the chat did say, how do USA win this game? And I think the way they win this game is how they've started the first minute. Just do not let England settle. Get after them. Be energetic. And don't let them get near the edge of your box. Let's make it a game. But Southgate, if he's clever, will go, they will fade in the second half like they did against Wales. So let's just let the game... You know, let's just let's play the 45 minutes. It's a 90-minute game. Second half, we'll do them. I guess I got to ask, why are they saying God Save the King now? Is it possible to change the national anthem like that? Says Peanut Butter Jelly. Very simple. The Queen died, so we've got a king now. So they sing God Save the King. US have won the first minute, says ISO Magic. Yeah, shame there's another 99 to go. Here we go. Give it a chase. No, Kane's not going to get that. It's intriguing, though, because United States can only impress us. That's all they can do. They're not expected to do anything. Can they impress us? But... United States have got to have a good first half regardless of what happens in this game. They've got to be competitive in the first half because many people don't expect them to be competitive in the second half. 3 minutes gone. Bit of a slow start from England. Not going to judge it after 3 minutes, but you know, we were very good against Iran. But I like the way that the United States are playing higher up the pitch. I mean, straight away, Iran did not play like this. They didn't play like this at all. They played the game much deeper and invited the pressure. United States looking to play higher up the pitch, and we might get a better game of football if we get more of a 50-50. I certainly think Southgate will be wanting... obviously he'll want the win, but I think he'll want a bit more of a progression from Iran. You want to grow into the tournament. You don't want to be playing 5 and 6-0 games all the way into the knockout stage. You want a bit of a test. Here's Sterling. Knocks it out to Shaw. Into Sterling. And let's not forget, I mean, I don't think any England fan thinks England are a superpower of football. I mean, we've all seen these players play badly. Like, they are capable of playing badly, whether it's Declan Rice, Raheem Sterling, Harry Kane, Mason Mount. They are capable of playing badly. I don't think they will. I think they've looked very good so far, but you know, we're not considered to be one of the best teams in the world. I think we've got some very, very good players, but you know, we're not invincible. I think the things happening at home in Iran affected their first game. Unfortunate, really, says Peanuts. Thank you very much. Mark, I'm from Brazil, but I just want to say I'm rooting for England after Brazil, of course, says Gabrielle. And why does he pick Sterling, says Eden? He loves Sterling. Absolutely loves Raheem Sterling. And look, Southgate's got nepotism, of course he has, but a lot of international footballers do. A lot of international managers do. I mean, there was USA fans saying, why is Reina not playing? So I think it's more common in international football than it is in domestic football, because in domestic football you're playing 3 times a week, and you know you can rotate. But I think in international football you're judged on results in a much shorter period of time. So I think they like to go with what they like. They like to go with their favourites. So you know, Raheem Sterling is a player that Southgate's a big fan of course. Six minutes gone. Very equal start to the game. Certainly wouldn't look at it and go, England are, you know, on a level above. I think it's probably tactical from England. I think they've probably started like this on purpose. You know, let's not go hell for leather. Let's let USA almost come at us a little bit. Let them expend a bit of energy. Mark, thoughts on Maguire Ronaldo quote? Ronaldo is the greatest player to ever kick a football for me, and he gets criticised day in, day out, says Jordan. I think it's a nice quote, but it doesn't take away from the fact that they weren't getting on in the dressing room last season. I don't know what happened this season, and lovely play by Muzza there. Very good player for the United States in the midfield. And yeah, we're playing a bit pragmatic at the moment. I've got to say, we're standing off a bit and letting United States have the ball. And as I say, I think it's probably tactical, but we are definitely standing off them a bit here. Dutch says, why are you wearing this sweater again? It was voted for on last night's watch-along for the Brazil game that I would wear it. And to be honest with you, I am a bit superstitious. I've spoken to loads of footballers about superstition. Some of them put their right boot on last. Some of them don't put their shirts on till they're in the tunnel. And I just thought, you know what? We did win very well with this jumper the other day. So let's keep it on and see if it works again. Of course, if we lose tonight, it will be going in the fire. It's meant to be a Christmas jumper. It says "Come on England" on it, and it's meant to replicate the waistcoat style of Southgate in the Euros. So it's a Christmas jumper you can get from Boohoo Man. Don't forget the £800 voucher that we're giving away with Boohoo Man to one of you lucky winners, exclusively for this community. All you got to do to enter is click the link in the description, enter, and we'll announce the winner on Monday's show. If you don't enter, you can't win. You look great, USA, says Charles. Rate the jumper out of 10, says Tom. Oh, poor jumper's going to get it. Mark, if you ever leave the United stand, can you please do it via Piers Morgan, says Jordan. Yeah, Paul Instant used to put it on until he was in the tunnel. Referee's letting a lot go here. Been a couple of fouls. He's let it go. Certainly not been a ran start by England. They've not been allowed to get up the pitch. Now they might. They've got a 3v3 here. Bellingham, he'll look for that overlap to Saka. Cross is brilliant. Kane, oh, that would have been a good goal. And in a flash of an eye, or the blink of an eye, England counter superbly well. Bellingham breaks away. He's got Saka on the overlap. Saka with the cutback to Kane. Kane went for it. Quite a few USA players in the way. The block was there and it goes for a corner. But that's how quickly England can break. And that could have been it. We've been almost sleeping on purpose, I think. And I think that's the plan. Let USA believe and then bang, try and do it. Now, this is where we're going to be very, very dangerous. You've got Harry Maguire, you've got Harry Kane, you've got John Stones, and you've got Kieran Trippier delivering the crosses. Now, for Manchester United, we know Harry Kane's very good in the air, but the delivery isn't always that good. Maguire there on a bit of a run. It's got to be worth a shot. Well, see, this ball... I'm telling you, this ball, I know Iran scored, but you don't. Mason Mount never hits the ball that high. Never in a million years would he hit that ball that high. This ball is light, I'm telling you. Look how high he hits it. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous how high Mason Mount hits that. So, 10 minutes gone. Reasonable start. USA have looked all right, but England have started the game reserved but dangerous and countered really well. USA haven't really been near our penalty box yet. USA have started all right, but they've not really threatened us yet. Lionel Maguire. Put him up front. I like what USA have done with their front two, though. Both very quick. Weah and, is it Wilson? They played Sargent against Wales, but they've gone for a little bit more pace. I think tactically that's a pretty good play by Weah and Wright is, sorry. So they've got two sort of playing up front in a 4-4-2 with Pulisic playing sort of to the left and then Muzza, Adams in the middle and McKennie sort of to the right. It's a clever idea to try and occupy England's centre-backs. As we know as Man United fans, Maguire don't like pace. Hi, Mike. Thoughts on Netherlands tonight, says Ravi. Look, I think the only teams that have looked comfortable in this World Cup so far are France, Brazil and Spain. And I think we've seen a lot of games, Germany, Argentina, etc., who've been pushed by teams that people expected them to beat. So I just think Netherlands tonight, they caught their Japan or Saudi Arabia, where people expect them to win, but actually there's not a lot between Ecuador and the Netherlands, and they played well. Like USA have played well here. Finds the ball to Muzza. England have closed the gaps there though, and USA have to go back to the centre-back. That's a crap pass as well. England should counter here. Nice ball. Mount. What's he got? Here's Bellingham. That's it. Work it. Work it. It's got to be worth a cross. Trippier, isn't it? No. Snaps is back in the chat. Big shout out to Snaps, Smutty, Fennec, moderators doing a good job. Bit of possession for England here though. Always good when you've got the ball because they're working. They're getting tired. Here's Trippier. Rolls it into Saka again. He's had a lot of space. Cross comes in. And Yeah, I think Kane was going acrobatic there. And it was a good header away. Maguire just ran past 3 of our players. You can have the 13 colonies back. We don't deserve them after that, says Red Harlow. And Mark, why suddenly you become a Ronaldo hater? I know that you love Ten Hag, but Ronaldo did a good second half with an important goal and you come and crucify him. I can't be bothered with this childish behaviour, cold blood. This is just what fans of players do to people who want to be pragmatic. Basically, I've always liked Ronaldo. He's one of my favourite players. I still like Ronaldo. But what I said was today, and it got a load of Ronaldo lovers who love Ronaldo more than football, coming at me, which I don't care because I'm a well-known fan of Ronaldo. I like Ronaldo. But what I said was, why the fuck did he win Man of the Match? And these Man of the Match awards are a joke. It's a popularity contest. Kevin De Bruyne mocked the Man of the Match thing that he got and said, I don't know why I've got it. It must be because I'm popular. Same thing happens with Ronaldo last night. The Man of the Match awards that they're giving out are a joke. Ronaldo was not Man of the Match yesterday. He scored a penalty. He was not Man of the Match yesterday. There was about 4 or 5 other people who played better than Ronaldo. That's honesty. I will not live in a Ronaldo bloody fan club where he gets Man of the Match just because he's one of the greatest players that's ever played the game. So I've not turned against Ronaldo. I still love Ronaldo as a player, but he wasn't Man of the Match. Simple as that. So, I'd rather be me and have my opinion than be blinded by absolute Pied Piperism of loving something and not actually watching a game of football. I do love Ronaldo. I think he's fantastic, but he wasn't Man of the Match. I would have given it to Bruno over him, yeah. Easily, but Gareth Bale got it against USA as well. Never. De Bruyne got it again for Belgium. Never. I think Messi, who got it? I don't think Messi did get it against Argentina, did he? But he probably did. I don't know. Anyway, England are starting to progress the pitch now. Nice ball into Sterling. We are starting to close in on the penalty box. And I actually think it was all a bit tactical from England in the first 10 minutes. Sort of let USA have the ball a bit and then work our way into the game because USA haven't even been near our penalty box yet. They had a reasonably good first 10 minutes, but they've not done anything near our penalty box yet. So I think England are starting to work their way. Cross comes in. Cross, headed wide. Well, they've just had a cross. They had half a chance. Half a chance there. Cross came in. Again, just got to wait. Just got that yard on Maguire, didn't he? That's one of the problems with Maguire. Is just that over that first yard, as we saw against Iran, they can get away with him. They can get away from him. 16 minutes gone. England 0-0. USA have had a reasonably good start so far. Spain and Germany is on Sunday night, Johnny. We'll be covering it on here. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. USA going with a 4-4-2, eh? Who'd have thought that? Mark, could Maguire's performance in the World Cup get him back in the United picture, says Chris? What? Why are we talking about Harry Maguire? He's had one good game against the poor Iran team and people think he should start over Varane and Martinez. I can't be doing with this international football hype. International football is not as good as domestic football. And I've not seen enough of Maguire to make me think he should be starting for United yet, certainly. So, no, less of that, please. I still think this England team could be better, by the way. There's still 3 players I'd take out of this team and change. Foden in for Mount, Ramsdale in for Pickford, and Rashford in for Sterling. People are saying you're getting nervous. No, not at all. I think it's a 90-minute game and we know that USA will tire in the second half. So, no, I'm all right. I I think England are feeling their way into the game. I played the game. I've played the game. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Martinez. Maguire. I can't do Maguire in soonest. Martinez. Thanks everyone who's got involved, by the way. Our 4th watch along of the day. We've done every watch along so far. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. You're all very welcome. Mark, what's your thoughts on Denmark after they drew their first match? Well, we'll see tomorrow afternoon. Denmark against France. Very much looking forward to that. But here's Harry Kane picking up the ball deep. Saka made the run, but Kane has carried on. Goes to Saka. Good tackle. He's let it go as well. Good tackle on Bellingham. Harry Kane fights back. Pulisic does well. Musa. Good play here by USA. Looking to expand down the right-hand side. Dest has made a good run. Looked to make the cut back, but Luke Shaw is there. Bad pass by Luke Shaw. Need to sort our passing out a bit. We've been a little bit sloppy. Pulisic. Nice little ball. They're going to go wide here. Have we got plenty in the box? Dest. Cross comes in. Overhit. Pickford gets it. Nice and easy. Just need to sort our passing out a little bit. Not over the moon with it so far, to be fair. "20 minutes gone. It's gone very, very quickly. It always goes quickly when it's your team. Thanks for the super chat from SJV. Keep up the good work, Mark. From Austin, Texas. Mount to score. Of course, there'll be a lot of fans from the States who idolise and like a lot of the English players as Premier League fans. So, good play by Bellingham here, but crowded out there. Pulisic gets hold of it. Looks for a little ball over the top. Maguire's all right with that. Pickford comes and gets it. Standout player so far? Let us know in the chat. Lee says, who's your standout player so far? I think it's been a very equal game so far. I think Saka looks dangerous. I try and get the ball out to Saka a lot more, to be fair. I do Rams for Picky, Foden for Sterling, and Maddison for Mount. Personally like Rashford off the bench as mantra. Maddison's not on the bench, by the way. He's injured. A few people saying Mount's done all right so far. Adams for USA, Musa for USA, Bellingham. Yeah, I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't disagree with any of that. Yeah, I mean Musa looks very good for USA. Tyler Adams is working hard. As I say, I think Saka for England, Mount, Bellingham. I wouldn't really go beyond those at the moment as stand out. Bit of a sleeper game, says Andrew. I do think second half is where England will have. I mean, Southgate would be an idiot, and he's not an idiot if he hasn't highlighted the fact that USA faded so badly against Wales in the second half. So it's a 90-minute game. Only takes one goal to win this. As I say, I don't think USA... Well, I'm not going to say that. I've not predicted that USA will score. That's not to say they won't. It's only a prediction. England playing defensive. We're playing a bit counter. I mean, I did wonder if he would go to a back five. I think at some point England will play a back five in this tournament. He loves Kyle Walker. You know, we talk about nepotism. We talk about favourites. Obviously, he loves Sterling, Maguire, Kane. He loves Calvin Phillips, but obviously Calvin Phillips has not been fit, so Bellingham's won his place. I do think Kyle Walker comes into this team, and I do think he likes to play Kyle Walker centrally to cover for Maguire and Stones. So I think at some point we do go to a back five. Maybe we don't need to do it at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did get to the quarterfinals and played France. We played with a back five. Here's Raheem Sterling. Ooh. Declan Rice will pick that up. Gio Reyna is going to be your secret weapon, says Lateral. When England plays a real good team, Southgate favourites will be exposed, says Brian. A 90-minute game, this is the 2022 World Cup. A 100-minute game for sure, says Dance. Exactly. And I think that might go against USA. Here's Saka. Bad first touch. Falls over. Hi Mark, love your work. God bless you and your family. Thank you very much, Randomer. We've got 20,000 people watching. Please do share the video and get involved. Are you aware, Mark, that USA have appeared at every World Cup since 1990, with the exception of the last one? That's a good run, Kenneth. I don't really remember any standout results for USA in the World Cup, though, you know? A bit like Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia qualify for a lot of World Cups. I remember they scored a good goal in '94, Saudi Arabia, but I don't remember them having any really good results. I mean, that one against Argentina was fantastic. Must be their best ever World Cup result, that. Mexico-Argentina this time tomorrow night. Hi, Mark, says Matteo Red Devil. What did Harry Bain say about the game? We'll see. We haven't really heard from Harry Bain this tournament, have we? United States on the attack here. I tell you what, you can say what you like about England, but defensively we do look very well organised tonight. Now, look, I say well organised. Is that United States' inability to create chances? They couldn't really create chances against Wales despite all their play. Are they a little bit... Ooh! I tell you what, I'm glad I didn't say impotent before he nearly scored. McKennie's just had a golden chance again. And I think what we see with England, and I keep saying this, put that ball in around our centre-backs and they're very static. I think it's John Stones this time. It's not John Stones. Harry Maguire and John Stones are marking somebody. It's Saka. Well, I don't know why Saka would be marking McKennie, but again... You put that ball in and around our centre-backs in that box, and we're not that great. I'm not blaming the centre-backs there, because John Stones and Harry Maguire are both marking their men. But a runner is free, and McKennie should have scored. That's probably the chance of the half. USA started well. Think they will score, but I think if we shall be in the first half. And as you said, Mark, they'll most likely tire in the second half, says Dan Kelly. USA 3, Portugal 2 in 2003. Beat Figo, Rui Costa, Pauletta. Well, they didn't do it in the World Cup, Michael, because the World Cup's never in an odd year. So I'm trying to think what World Cup you're talking about. Would it be 2002? I think this first 25 minutes has been more England I expected from this tournament. I still think we'll win, but I never for 1 minute thought that Iran game was going to be England every game. I mean, like France against Australia, I think France can play like that every game if they want to. I don't think England are going to be on the front foot scoring 5 or 6 goals every game. I think they still could do it, but we've not approached it to do it that way, have we? Oh! Could have been a yellow card there. Didn't give it, thank you. Kieran Trippier tripped him up. Could have been a yellow. Didn't give it. Richarlison's goal last night was fantastic. Macrina. Don't forget Boohoo Man. I'm wearing one of their Christmas jumpers, but more importantly, it's Black Friday today, so they've got massive sales across the website. Scan the QR code. And the second link in the video description, they've got a competition for you. £800 voucher to win. All you got to do is click it, enter it, and you could win it. We'll be announcing the winner on Monday. You've got to be in it to win it. Who knows how many people will enter? But an £800 voucher, that's going to do you good this Christmas, isn't it? So that's all your Christmas presents sorted, and some for you. McKennie does well there. Now it's Pulisic. Saka's tracking him. Nice little ball into the box. McKennie, Trippier, didn't fancy the tackle there in the box. Probably made the wise decision. USA retain it. Muzzer's going to shoot. Blocked straight into Pickford's hands. It's like how we said before, we're top heavy. Play high up against us, we become average and slow. Think it was Trippier's man, says SK. Yeah, don't sit Do not sit off against England. Play a higher line and make us play through you, and I think we struggle. Sorry, typo, 2002 World Cup. No worries, Michael. I figured it was that. So US beat Portugal in the 2002 World Cup. US has made it to the quarterfinals and is unbeaten against England in the World Cup with 1 draw and 1 win. In 2010, US topped the group with England second, says Javier. Thank you very much. Here's Declan Rice. The thing about England is, as I say, England remind me of under Solskjaer, Man United. We're clinical. I think we're a clinical side, and we can, these sort of games, we can play like this and then bang, 1-0. But we've not done anything in half an hour, have we? That Harry Kane chance is basically it. You could argue that USA, that cross into the box, where he got the head on it, wasn't really a chance, but it was half a chance. And then the McKennie chance is probably the best chance of the game. So USA so far will be pretty happy with their first half an hour. But remember, they were good against Wales, and second half fell away. So let's see how the game develops. But at the moment, I'm impressed with the USA and the way they pass the ball about again. Perry, thanks for the super chat there. Oh, he's going to give a foul there. Yeah, I like this ref. He doesn't want to get his cards out. Muzza flipping away from Stones here. Probably should have been a yellow, but I like the ref. He's letting things go. Trent couldn't have done any worse than Trippier in these first few games, says Eaton. And Mark, have you played the game? I haven't played the game, but I met someone who played the game because he told me. I've played the game, says Jordan. Thanks for the super chat. I enjoyed that one. Half an hour gone, still 0-0. Actually, what I wanted to do at half an hour gone, remember our stats carousel is sponsored by OneFootball. You can download it for free through the QR code in the top right-hand corner or through the link in the description. Get all your latest breaking football news and transfer news in one place on the OneFootball app for free. It's available on all platforms to download. But I am just going to take these stats for a minute and pause it, and then we can have a look at what it's looking like. England have had 65% possession, 3 shots each. So we've had more of the ball, but USA are doing as much with less of the ball. So probably running the way I thought it would run so far. Could be the sort of game that gets solved by a corner, set piece, penalty, you know, something like that. Free kick. England with a chance here. Good cross by Pickford. Not Pickford. Why would he be putting the cross in? Trippier. And headed away. USA have dealt quite comfortably with crosses into the box so far. I thought that might be an area that we could exploit. England have been crap so far, says Ryan. Yeah, we've just not got the tempo right. Somebody, you know what? Somebody said it quite rightly at the start of the game that England could, you know, drop a little bit after the Iran game and sort of believe the hype a little bit. And I'd say they probably have a little bit. Pulisic hits the bar. Demba. I mean, that ball is like a balloon. How does he get so much height on that ball from there? That ball, I'm telling you, this fucking ball has got helium in it. How does he get? How do you even hit it that high from there? Look, it's travelled a metre and it's that high. That ball. It was a good shot, but I don't think Pulisic would even expect that ball to go that high. I'm telling you now, that ball has got helium in it. It's high. It speaks like this. Bit of a shock for England though. Harry Kane's hurt his bottom, I think. He's holding his right bum cheek. Oh, he's landed on it. That's why. He'll be all right. I genuinely keep saying this. I genuinely do think that there is an issue with that football. I've seen, I mean, Mason Mount did it. Pulisic has done it. As an American fan, it is so weird rooting against your team, USA, and we win. The name of the game is officially soccer, says Joe Alexander. You've done that one as well. Thanks for the super chats that are coming in. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Ball is Jubilini-esque, says Prisons. I think that's the ball from 2010. The complacency from England is the same kind that cost you... Oh, I'm not reading that, Alex. We're not getting political. Not interested in the colonies. I'll tell you something that... Harry Maguire, good header. I tell you something that I said when I lived in Ireland, and I'll say it to the Americans as well. English people don't really spend any time talking about those sort of things. I know they're really important to you, but we don't start talking about your... I've never heard an English person talk about the independence that Americans won. It's known from history, but it's not like... We're not kept awake about it. Well done. America is the United States of America. And I think a lot of people respect that. So bringing politics into it is not worth it. Getting nervous here. We look so off it, says Darren. I'm not nervous. Could the aircon be getting under the ball, says Toho. I'm telling you, at some point, it will hit the mainstream media. They'll run the tests and they'll say that you can do this in football now. They can do how far people run. They'll say, there'll be an article soon in the mainstream media saying that the average long shot is going a metre higher than normal. I guarantee it. Everybody's shots are going too high. Why does Southgate say to the team for them to play this bad, says Chris Parker. He probably just says go out and enjoy yourself. I'm telling you, we are really like United under Solskjaer. You can be successful, you can finish second, you can get to finals, but ultimately there is a limitation to what you can do because we're just not getting the best out of what we've got. I still think we'll win this game, but we should be doing better than this. Nice ball. Well done, John Stones. Paul says the ball was designed to travel faster. Well, it's definitely travelling higher. I've heard that air traffic controller complaining, saying you need to get clearance for these shots. They're so high. And then for everyone who's having a pop at England, what's the score? 0-0. We're not losing. Thanks for the watch-alongs, Mark, says David. 9 minutes to go to half-time. Love your streams, Mark. Hope you hit 1 million subs, says Paul. Yeah, please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner if you haven't. We're covering all the watch-alongs on this World Cup. And another 4 tomorrow. Obviously, England, USA, the last today. But please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We are currently 10 minutes to half-time. Maybe about 5 added on. I feel like I've seen the ball hit the ball bar at least once in every game I've watched so far, says Red Harlow. I mean, Pickford would have been in big shit if that had gone in. I mean, it never should be going in from there. Imagine Fred taking shots with this ball. Well, he actually hit quite a good one yesterday, SK. I think there's a way to hit this ball. I mean, the Iranian player did it today. And I think some of Brazil's shots yesterday. Well, that shot from outside the box that hit the post. You can keep it down, but I think there's a way to hit this ball to keep it down. You've got to get your head over it. Hi, Mark. When you think Glazers will sell? Says Caleb. Don't know, mate. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get an update on that in the next couple of weeks. Footballers have ballooned since 2002 when they stopped using leather, says Ziggy. USA are in the box here. England need to be a bit careful. Stones gives up the corner. Hi Mark, can you give us a nice little stretch on this monumentous occasion? Says Azim. I am thinking about having a stretch in the not too distant future. What's the temperature? Can I use temperature as an excuse? We're hot. Emika, thank you very much. It does look quite hot out there. I mean, Pulisic looks very hot. Cross comes in, easy header for Maguire. I don't think United States are going to score from headers. I think this ref likes England, you know. We've had a couple of free kicks that I'm like, I like this ref. He's given us a couple of free kicks. I think he could have given us a couple of yellow cards and he hasn't. Who do you think is getting golden boots, is Crazy Gamer? Well, who do you think? I still think that, well, I went for Messi. I think Giroud looks good. Richarlison could as well. I mean, I think if you can get to 4 goals quickly in the group stage and you're in a team that's going to go deep, so Richarlison could. Muzza reminds me of Pogba, physical and finesse in his games, says Joe Alexander. They're in down the right-hand side here, USA. We've got good numbers back. Crosses over hit. That's all right. Well done, Saka. Good turn. Let's use this now. Harry Kane does well. Let's use the ball. This is good play by England. Saka. We've got them. They're a bit out of position here. Move it. Keep moving it. It's not a great ball. It's a terrible ball, in fact. Well done, Bellingham. We should have scored quickly. The longer it stays, the US will grow in confidence, says Brian. I actually think that the longer it's 0-0, the more it plays into our hands. We've got the better bench, and I think we've got the better fitness. I've been saying this all week. I don't think USA can play for 90 minutes. I think they can play for 60, and then they will have to give up. But it's a good attack here with Dest. He's up against Maguire, and I think it ends up with a corner. What do you think about the Spain teams as a Aditya? Well, it's a good start for Spain, but I think we're all looking to that Germany game to see what they're all about, because Germany have to win. I was a bit worried there, Dest against Maguire. He did do him, but Maguire did well to get his foot and block it. I'd like to see Trent on, but that's not a very popular thing to say, is it? And it wouldn't be Trent anyway, it would be Walker. I don't think Trippier's having a good game. Corner to USA. They keep hitting him at Maguire, and it's a free thing. You know what? We're playing like we're playing against Brazil. We are letting them just pass around us and get to the edge of our box. I mean, we're defending well. I wouldn't deny that. But another header won in the box as well. I mean, that's Pulisic. What are Stones and Maguire doing here? They keep putting crosses into the box and winning it. You guys complained about the ball in 2010, says Ayanda. No, I'm genuinely talking about the ball across the tournament, mate. You can't say you guys complained about the ball. I've said it in every game, so it's me complaining about the ball. I'm not doing it as an England fan. I said Pulisic's shot went ridiculously high. It's an observation, mate. It's not a bias. We are getting dominated in the midfield, Toenail. You know, we've got the better players. When is the quality going to shine through if we don't have a little bit more attacking intent? Raheem Sterling's been very quiet. Here he is. Gives it to Saka. Come on. Bellingham. The ball was on there for Mount. Kane, cross. No, keeper's got that. Haha says, I forgot Sterling was playing. Well, I don't think the Saka-Sterling thing's working at the moment. I actually think a Foden or Grealish for one of the wingers might be a better idea to get a bit of possession. The pacey wingers is not working, is it? So get a possession-based winger on. Kane is a hindrance now and drops too deep, says Daniel. Who's your breakout player of the World Cup so far, says the HPN. Bit too early to say that for me. A little bit too early. 2 minutes of normal time. Probably had about 10 on. Here we go. Bellingham. Refused the cross. Wasn't really anybody there. Oh, I thought that was a great cross. Harry Kane didn't even move for it. Shaw wants the cutback. Sterling over the bar. And again, why is it so high over the bar? How's he made that so high? How does he put that so high there? Look at that. That wasn't Sterling. It was Saka, by the way. Well, this half has gone by very, very quickly. And I think it's been I think ultimately it's been a disappointing half for England. I think we expected better after the Iran game. Those people who were like, maybe Iran were good and England were just amazing, I think they've got to sit down and realise he's only had him 1 minute on. Yeah, I think this has been more like the England we know. If we play like this against the good side, and I'm not saying USA aren't a good side, but I'm talking about the Brazils, I'm talking about... Oh, that was a chance. Mason Mount got a little bit lucky. Not Mount didn't. We got a little bit lucky with the break. Deflected off the defender into the path for Mount, and he did keep it down that time and hit it beautifully well, and the keeper just palms it out for a corner. Right, this is where we can do it. This is where England are a threat. You would think England is the blame team on white is USA. What? Your players? Come on, says Spy. Well, we've got a corner here. Do you think that Liverpool and United are selling because of the Super League? Yes, Oscar, I do. And Drew says, happy weekend, Mark. This is embarrassing. Basically, passed it around the back for 45 minutes. Also, no other manager in the world plays Mount over Foden. Well, this is where England can do something from a corner. Oh, straight into the keeper's arms. And Alex says, this complacency from England is the same. Oh, no, I've read that one. And that's it. Half time. England 0-0 with the United States, and they have been the better side so far. I've got to say, they have been the better side. England 0, United States 0. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Let's have a chat about that at half time. Got to say, been very impressed with the United States. They've had a very, very good half. I still think England will win. I still think that they will win because I still think in the second half we will. Our fitness shall show. But I tell you what, I say the fitness will come through. The tenacity and attacking intent of that team is bloody dreadful. We're lucky it's still 0, says Harry Evans. I completely agree. That is Southgate. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes you have to ride it out, don't you? Everyone knows I don't think Southgate's a good coach. And you beat Iran and everyone's singing bloody... Southgate brings it home again. He's not fucking bringing anything home apart from his suitcase, because that's why. That's why I want a better manager. We've got the right players, but the manager sets the tempo, and he sent them out and said, be pragmatic, keep it safe, keep it tight. Let's focus on the break. Let's focus on the set pieces. That's just counter-attacking. Playing a back four and we're playing counter-attacking. Playing against the United States and they're dominating the midfield. We're playing against the United States and they're playing more attractive football than us. We've got people like Phil Foden sat on the bench, Jack Grealish, we've got Mason Mount, we've got Jude Bellingham, you've got Saka, you've got Sterling. They're all used to possession-based football and they're being wasted. They're being absolutely wasted. We don't know how to pass and move. We can do it against Iran because Iran bloody parked the bus. But if England have to get up the pitch, they don't know how to do it. Southgate doesn't know how to get up against a team that presses us. And yeah, this is why I don't want Southgate in charge, because I believe we've got the players. I just don't believe we've got the coach. And I think I said it before the game kicked off, we were discussing this. If I was managing against England, I would do exactly the opposite of what Iran did. I wouldn't sit back. I would push them higher up the pitch with energy and, see if they can play through us. And we can't do it. So we're still in the game. I still think that USA are going to tire in the second half, and we've got the better bench. And I wouldn't be surprised if we still win it 1 or 2-0. But I think that's a wake-up call to what might happen when we play a better team. I mean, let's be honest, United States, Iran, Wales, we should be breezing through that group with the squad that we've got. Probably play Ecuador in the round 16. We should win that. So we probably won't play anybody, that's going to give us a good hiding until the quarterfinals. But it's just pragmatic. I mean, how long till he goes to a back five again? But look, we've had the ball. We've just done bloody nothing with it. 62% possession, 5 shots, 1 on target, 38% possession, 6 shots, 1 on target. But they've had the better chances. They have had the better chances. Too many side-to-side pointless possession for United. For England. Tuchel would have this team cooking, says Connor. I'm sick of people saying Maguire is world-class for England. He's so incredibly average. It's just that he plays better than he does for England, says Sam. Is it just me that gets annoyed seeing Kane drop as deep as he does, says Connor? I think Harry Kane is decent at dropping deep, but I'm a big fan of having a player who plays on the last man. US has been better so far, but this might be a strategic first half considering the first game of them, says Antonio. Yes, agree. Also, we've got Alex. We've read that one from Alex as well. Thanks for the super chats that have come in. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, and get your comments in. Bottom right-hand corner. This is the same way USA played against Wales. They go all out in the first half and crumble in the second, says Peanut. I am expecting that. And not sure why you assume our players aren't as fit. All but one start players in Europe. You've all been impressive at all. You haven't been impressive, says Stuart. But Stuart, respect. You have been the better team if you are American, but you faded terribly against Wales. That's why we're saying that you will fade again in the second half. But I've got a bad feeling about this game, Mark, says Brian Duffy. And Mark, did you watch the playoff Costa Rica? No, I didn't, says Ethan. And why keep with the manager that got team bottom of European League not long ago, says Darren. I think you had to keep with Southgate after to go to the World Cup. But there is this theory that Southgate will get will be in charge of England beyond the World Cup if we get to the quarterfinal. I don't think getting to the quarterfinal is an achievement with this. I think you've got to win it. You've got to go to the final at least with this squad, and we've got to do a lot better in the second half, because that was boring England. That was average England. We're sponsored by Boohoo Man on the chat, by the way. We're sponsored by Boohoo Man, so we've got an £800 voucher to give away. All you got to do is click the second link in the description, leave your details, and you could be winning an £800 voucher. Big shout out to Boohoo Man. They've also got, what else have they got? They've also got massive sales across their website today because of Black Friday. Some of their discounts are up to 99%. But so you can enter the competition, or you can get yourself some discounts anyway. Let me just have a stretch. And yeah, it's not working its magic. It could be the last day I wear the Southgate Christmas jumper from Boohoo Man, because Southgate waistcoat, or dress, as some people say. Cold water or Southgate's pragmatic style, says Zero Connection. And Antonio, I think the Americans have not got all out yet. I think they've been holding back for the first 20 minutes, says Antonio. We're winning the first half on points, says Akrama. USA is good at creating chances and playing up tempo, but can't finish their chances. They don't have finishing quality. Second half is for England, says Jim. And remember, USA players have actually had a break in playing compared to most of the English players, says Red Devil. You know what? I feel like the most respectful way of describing this game, and I think everybody would agree with this, when you look at the squad and quality of England players, and you look at the squad that USA have got, this would be like Manchester United under Solskjaer playing against Norwich. or maybe Southampton, or I think USA are doing exceptionally well against the team that really should be doing better. And that's not disrespecting USA. They are playing well. They are the better team. But it's not a level playing field. And at times, and this is where I would give USA the praise, at times I feel like we're playing against France or Brazil. When USA get the ball, we're dropping off. We're almost fearful. And USA are moving the ball quickly, pass and move. It's not always working, but it's almost like you could that blue of USA could be France. We're giving them way too much respect, and we are quite scared. And I'm like, I am actually surprised at how fearful we've been. And I say fear, it won't be fear. I think USA are just better at the moment. They're quicker. They've been the better team in the first half. Without a shadow of a doubt, they've been the better team in the first half. You can't talk about US crumbling in the second half, but England not being able to consistently threaten the defence might be a problem, says Mahmood. France or Brazil would have been 4-0 up. England are not playing like serious contenders, says Billy Jones. You're the GOAT, Mark, says Tyler. Thank you very much. Why does YouTube keep showing my bad joke over and over? Sorry, Mark, love the channel, says Alex. I don't know. Sometimes they do just stay, don't they? But it's a funny old one. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe, bottom right hand corner. It's not been a great first half, but hopefully in the second half it will be. I still think we'll win. I do, but yeah, we need to do a hell of a lot better in the second half, because at the moment the USA are the better team, and there ain't no way we can deny that at the moment. Better side. Am I nervous? Are you nervous? Am I nervous? Are you nervous? Am I nervous? The fact that I keep saying that. This England team reminds me of Solskjaer with United. Now, people say that's really disrespectful, but Solskjaer had a job at United for 3 years. Solskjaer took us to a Europa League final. Solskjaer took us to second place. Southgate's taken England to the final of the Euros and the semi-final. I think there's massive, massive similarities between Southgate's England and Solskjaer's Manchester United. When things are going well, they're very clinical and they're very hard to beat. When they concede first, they're in trouble. And when they come up against a team that's not scared of them, they're in trouble. Solskjaer's United were very good at counter-attacking and defending, and England are quite good at that. So I still think we'll come good in the second half because he can make changes. I would make... We've not spoken about this. What changes would you make at half-time? For me, Trippier's not working, so I'd change that. You've got Kyle Walker, you've got Trent. Personally, I'd put Trent on because we want to attack more. You've got Foden that can come on for Mount. And I actually think I would take Sterling off and bring either Foden or Grealish on. We need to get on the ball better. Our possession has been terrible, absolutely terrible. And USA have moved the ball better. This pace on the wing of... Sterling, I think at times you didn't even know Sterling was playing. So I would take Sterling off and bring Grealish or Foden on just to get us some possession. Move up the pitch a bit. But yeah, whether he'll change it or not. This Muzza guy is only 20. He's surely a big move. I think Muzza's at Valencia. Very, very good player. Their midfield was good against Wales. Hi Mark, unrelated, but do you know any South African football team? Big fan of yours. I do. I can't remember the full name. Pirates. I used to know quite a bit about South African football, and I can't remember why. But I think there's a team, Pirates. England lacked intensity in their play in the first half, as per Eric Klesson. I don't understand England's approach in the first half, other than the fact that the manager is Gareth Southgate. I don't understand how you can play let's not say play well, because we did play well, but Iran weren't very good. I don't get how you can score 6 goals against Iran, have a load of confidence, and then come into the game today and play like that. That's coaching. We've come into that game and been pragmatic. I don't understand how you come into the game and play as pragmatic as we do there. I don't know why we've not come into that game with a bit of confidence. USA drew with Wales. We beat Iran. Iran beat Wales. We should be coming into that game and imposing ourselves on it. We should be coming into that game in the first 20 minutes with intensity and tempo. We're the boss. First 10 minutes, USA were the better side. After 45 minutes, they're the better side. We should be coming into that game with far more intensity than we've shown. And I don't know why we've come into that game like that. And maybe Southgate will explain it at full time, but I don't know why we've come into that game so pragmatic. Have we come into it and gone, let's keep it tied to points good enough? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's worse, the football or the USA fans' chance if I believe that we will win. Watch him take Bellingham off marks, says Alex. We can only get better in the second half. And for anybody who's writing us off, anyone who's writing us off, it's 0-0 at half time and we can only get better. How was this England team never let Gareth down when we have won nothing, says On Your Bike. And thanks for the super chats, by the way. Paul's just given us one as well. Stop the clock. Yeah, sorry. We only had 1 minute, didn't we? Bellingham is invisible. Haven't heard his name, says Brian. Well, look, let's not individualise it. Sterling's not been in the game much. Mount's not been in the game much apart from that shot. Harry Kane's not been in the game much. Declan Rice has been run past quite a lot. I don't think there's an England player in that half that you could say they've had a good half. Luke Shaw and Trippier have been quite wasteful and haven't got forward enough. We've barely seen Luke Shaw and Trippier level with their penalty box to whip a cross in. I think Saka's probably looked our best player, but you know, I think it's a team effort, and I think England have been, you know, as we said, England haven't been great. We have got options on the bench. You've got Marcus Rashford, you've got Phil Foden, you've got Trent, you've got Grealish, you've got Wilson, you've got Phillips, you've got Henderson. We've got options on the bench. Are we going to use them? I think he's going to have to, because we're in danger if we don't. Don't forget the competition that Boohoo Man have got for an £800 voucher. One of you will get it. Announced on Monday. Enter today. Links in the description. Second link. There's also loads of stuff on the Boohoo Man website anyway that's discounted, but an £800 voucher available. If the US had Reina as striker, they'd be up a goal, says Rigon. And Bellingham is invisible. I've done that one from Brian as well. They're back on the pitch, the United States. They're ready to go. They're in a huddle. They're having a chat. They've got it. I mean, look, I'm English. I don't want them to do this, but I've got to try and be pragmatic. What do USA do? They've got to keep the energy up. They've got to keep their energy up. Everybody thinks that they're going to fade in the second half. If they can keep their energy up, I think they'll stay in the game. I've played the game. I think they'll stay in the game. We're only 300 subscribers away from 835,000, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. You're very welcome on That's Football. We're doing every game as a watch-along here, as you know. We've been in the studio twice today. This is my second one as well. Get involved with the chat throughout the World Cup. But England here, I suppose, back to reality. There goes gravity. You know, we were on a bit of a high coming into the game, and after 45 minutes, a bit of a reality. It's not the end of the world. We can still have a good World Cup. But James Clough says, in fairness, our second 11 would slap Wales, says James Clough. Look, we've got to take care of the United States first. My concern would be if we played like this against a France or a Brazil, who are better, they would batter us. We've got to pick it up second half. We've got to really pick it up. Trent or Walker needs to start. Maguire's been decent, says Pete. I don't think any player's been decent for England. I've said this before. I think Harry Maguire has an average game, and because he's so crap for United, everyone professes that he's playing world class because he's not done anything wrong. I don't think any England player's played better than average so far. And let's not forget, United States have actually created quite a lot of chances. It's currently 24 degrees in Qatar with humidity of 68%. I know it's the evening there, but it's still pretty warm. I'm trying to find excuses. Second half starts, yeah. Well, Wales were very hot today. We have got a player ratings in the second half, by the way. We'll do that at full time and we'll do it on here. At the end of the game, we'll go through the player ratings before we finish the stream and you can get involved in them. We'll put it out on the United Stand website. You can mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average, and we'll go through that at full time. That'll be a bit of fun. Obviously, there's no extra time. It's a group game. You can draw. And at the moment, an England draw would be about as much as we deserve at the moment. And I don't think we deserve that. A little bit more intensity there from Mason Mount. We should be pressing the goalkeeper as well here. I'll tell you what I like about the United States, and I've never watched them before the Wales game. They do like to pass out from the back. Sean says, I've just got myself a nice new jumper for Christmas from Boohoo Man. Thanks for the discount code, says Sean. Yeah, check them out. They've got some lovely Christmas jumpers. In fact, if you don't like this one, I was going to wear this one. Quite like that one. If we lose tonight or we don't win, I'm moving on to that one. We can still win. I'm not going to say we will win, but we can still win. We've got to be better second half. Got to get better possession. Got to move the ball better. Foot vertically, forward. Rice hasn't been that good, says Paul. Yeah, he's not really been in. We've not won the midfield battle, have we? You know, whether it's Rice, Bellingham, or Mount, we haven't won the midfield battle. And I think that Adams and McKennie and Muzza were very impressive against Wales in the first half, especially, and they've been good again here. But oh yes, that pass should be played better now. A chance for them to break. Pulisic. He's running. He slips it in. He's all on his own here up front. He's done quite well. He might get the shot off. Good block by John Stones. Second ball from McKennie. He'll hit it over the box again. Look, how high is that shot? I tell you what. When is someone gonna realise this ball is crap? How many shots from the edge of the box go miles over? I tell you, I'm bored of saying it myself, but that ball, no wonder we're getting a few games that are 0-0. Players are really struggling to keep it down. Here's Bellingham. Nice little ball there. Come on, England. Let's just be a bit patient with the ball, but pass forward. That's good from Stones into Rice. That's better. There we go. Saka. Give him an option. Come on, put the cross in. They want it. Sterling. He's going to go on a run. He's not going to win that, though. Zane, I think we did draw 0-0 with Scotland in our second game, didn't we? Problem is Gareth doesn't make changes till we're screwed, says SJV. Yeah, but this is the problem with a manager that's got favourites. He never wants to take off Mount. He never wants to take off Sterling. You know, to Southgate, I'll tell you the players that he will take off. He'd be happy to take Trippier off. He'd be happy to take Saka off, and he'd be happy to take Bellingham off. He won't want to take Sterling off. He won't want to take Mount off, and he won't want to take Kane off. I think he might take Mount off because he's got so many centre attacking midfielders. But again, it's this nepotism in management that, yeah, he won't make early changes like some coaches will, because he doesn't want to take those favourite players off. Susan says it's not looking better than the first half. I don't think it will, Susan. I think even if we went 1-0 up, we wouldn't play expansive, would we? I think the way this game's going now, if we score first, we'll sit on it. I think he'd go to a back five. If we score first, I think he'll bring Kyle Walker on and go to a back five and take the win. I think it's the scene is set now. This is going to be a pragmatic England performance. Unfortunately, I just don't think we've got the mindset tonight to play attacking football unless we can score early. I think the longer this game goes on, the more pragmatic we're going to play. Good play by Saka, but Robinson's played really well for them at left back, the Fulham left back. No, that wasn't Robinson, was it? That was Adams covering him in the left back position. But Robinson still played well. Tyler Adams has been brilliant for them. HPN says, your complaints are the same I have about the USA manager. But yeah, to be fair, the USA manager, he's not got as many options, has he? Luke Shaw will cover that. No worries. Rashford and Foden on. Saka and Sterling have been crap, says Sean. Carl Ellis, thanks for the super chat. Nice ball out to Trippier here. I don't know what's wrong with us tonight. I do feel, though, and I might be completely wrong, but I do feel that this is the sort of game we're going to win. It's just got that feel, isn't it? You know, it's got that feel of... I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like Canada-Belgium. It's got that feel of, you know, maybe Canada deserves something out of it, but they just don't get something. USA player's gone down here. Oh, Luke Shaw caught him. Did look quite nasty on Weah. 50-50 challenge. There's nothing in it, but I think he might have caught him. Yeah, there's nothing in that. It's just a 50-50. And he's all right. Anonymous wants a yellow. Nah. Not for me. I played the game. That's a 50-50 challenge. When I played the game, I'd snap him in two. Mount's been poor. A lot of people getting on at him. Somebody wants a red. You don't get guns like this without doing a bit of exercise. That's enough. I'll do some next week. It was never a red. Wasn't even a yellow. 53 minutes. You know what? I don't want to contradict myself because we'll see what happens, but we're expecting the USA to tire. I'm not sure England have worked them well enough to tire them. I don't think they've had to run around as much as they might, as much as Iran did. USA, thank you very much, Manny. I mean, you've got to work a team to tire them out. I don't think we've worked them enough. I think we've had more possession, but most of it's been going backwards. Harry Kane, look how deep he is again. I mean, look, he does it for Spurs. It's not. If you watch Spurs play, it's not a new thing to see Harry Kane dropping so deep. Carl says, I'm sick of the talent we have when we play so boring, like it feels we 5-0 up and we're just winding the clock down. It's crap. Zape says, this is my third donation. You missed my others. What was a bigger upset? Argentina, Saudi Arabia, or Germany, Japan? Sorry, Zape. Sorry I missed those. I don't know why they've been missed. Yeah, Saudi Arabia, Argentina. I think Japan would... I think Japan would be considered more likely to get a result than Saudi Arabia would. So I think Saudi Arabia was the bigger result, yeah. I'm interested to see what Japan and Saudi Arabia do with their next games. Obviously, Saudi Arabia play tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that one because they were so well organised and they played so well. And again, if Japan beat Costa Rica on Sunday morning, Germany are screwed because Japan would have 6 points. Hi Mark, read somewhere the ball has a chip for the new offside technology. Could be the reason for it being hard to hit accurately from long range, says Pratik. I've been saying this for a while now. They that ball ain't good, and it will be a factor why we're getting quite a lot of games that are 0-0 for a while. Because if you think about it, if most of your shots from outside the box are going to go over the bar, you're not going to score. But if you can hit the target from outside the box, you're going to get more goals potentially, aren't you? Gareth Outgate, says Elder. Yeah, I think United States don't look anywhere near as tired as they did against Wales at this stage. I think they put a lot into the first half against Wales, and obviously they were winning. Elon's lost 40 satellites to this ball, says Officer Problem. Nice ball out wide here is McKennie. Nice roll. Cross. Oh, good interception by Bellingham. Had to make it. Had to make it. Get some subs on, says Joseph. Get your favourites off and make some subs, Southgate. United, thanks very much for the super chat. I mean, we've had 15 minutes of the second half, and it's the same as the first half. How, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Eric Ten Hag, they're all making subs. Like, you've given them 15 minutes, and they're playing exactly the same. We're just tempting fate. We're tempting fate here. The game is the same pattern as the first half. As a coach, you have a pop at them at half time, and you say, look, they're the better team. I'm giving you 15 minutes, and if you don't change, I'm making some subs. He's had 15 minutes now. Nothing is changing. We're walking a tightrope here. He's got to make some changes. What changes would you make, people? Well, for me, you've got to get Foden on for one of the wingers. You've got to get hold of the ball. I would make Foden and Grealish on, Sterling and Mount off straight away. I'd look at the right back. Good header by Maguire there. I'd look at the right back. And I'd have a word with Harry Kane as well. I would seriously have. I think someone just said there, Rashford. Would it be worth just putting Rashford up front for a bit of pace? I think they've got cigars on at centre back. If we're not going to get the ball into the box, Harry Kane's really not in this game. It might be worth just putting Rashford on the last man and hitting a few long balls. The problem we're having in this game is that United States all game have pressed us higher up the pitch because they're not scared about the ball in behind. So, make them scared of the ball in behind. Maybe use Rashford. Another corner here. United States are on top, let's be honest. This is how we played in the Nations League. Rubbish, says Ray. I tell you what, if we concede, we're fucked. I know that sounds like Mark Lowen talking, but if we concede, we're screwed. At this point in the game, I want to see Southgate attacking. Says Upbeat, sarcastic. Well, I don't think they'll score from a corner. To be fair, Maguire's just getting on the end of all of these. They don't really have anybody to get on the end of it. And Maguire's won it again there. He's been very good on the corners today, Maguire. But that was never going to be USA's way anyway. They'd be better off playing a short corner. They haven't really got anybody. Turgid, don't lose football from Southgate, says Seb. Too many touches up the tempo to open up, says Space. Wannabe. And Maguire wins it again from a corner. Nice ball out wide though. Pulisic tries to run at Harry Kane. just feel I've got this urge to celebrate a goal, and it's getting very frustrating. I've got like, oh yes, fucking get in, because it's just been so frustrating. I'm sure every England fan feels the same. It's just that urge inside of you to just, bang a table or kick a chair and just go get in, because it's one of those games where we need to win it, and we just don't deserve to. So we're almost in underdog zone, aren't we? Why is he not making any subs? This is why he's got to go. I'm not saying we won't win the World Cup. I'm not saying we won't get to the semi-final, but we've had this for years now. He's so conservative. Just not an elite coach, is he? He doesn't make changes in a game that everybody's known since the 10th minute that we're struggling. Make subs. This is progressing like the War of Independence, says SMJ. Charles, changes Southgate, you muppets, says SJV. This is very much like Canada-Belgium, says Colin. I know, I've already called it. North Fence is upbeat, sarcastic. Yeah, it is like Canada-Belgium, and look what happened in that game. I think after an hour, if we won this, everyone would say USA have been robbed. They've been much the better side, but that's not how it works. Muzza and Weah have been really good for USA. They forced the most turnovers. I think the one thing I would say is that USA just don't have the cutting edge. That's not a corner. It's not a corner. Maguire keeping England in the game. MUFC. Yeah, the fact that they've had so many corners and Maguire's won them all. Southgate needs to wash and go, says Lay. It's Maguire's sort of game. It is Maguire's sort of game. That they don't really have any attacking threat, and they don't really have any aerial threat. And I've been watching Maguire every corner. He just stands there on his own and attacks the ball. There's nobody he's got to worry about. He just goes and attacks it. He'll win this one again as well. Look at the height of USA. They've got nobody. They haven't got anybody on corners. So it's just easy for Maguire to go and win it. There might have been another corner here. Yeah. I'm disgusted with Southgate here. I cannot believe he hasn't made any subs. He will come up and say it's a good point, says Seb Watson. How are we hitting 65 minutes and he hasn't made a sub? Nepotism, favouritism. He won't take his favourites off. Disgusting. You're never going to win anything if you're not willing to make changes. Oh, Henderson. Oh, Jordan Henderson's coming on. Hallelujah. 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 Don't worry, everyone. It's going to get better. Jordan Henderson's coming on. Get rid of this coach. Henderson. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Look, all we need is a chance and we can win the game. But nobody can tell me that we've played well. Oh, Grealish might be coming on. Here we go, Bellingham. Cut back. Kane, good ball into Saka. The crosses. I mean, we've been worse second half than we were first half. 66 minutes. Grealish and Henderson. Please subscribe, by the way. We're only 200 away from 835,000. Thanks to everyone who's been tuning in for all the watch-alongs we've been doing. Remember, we've got another 4 games tomorrow. Get involved with That's Football. You're all welcome on here. I think. I'll tell you what. I'd hate to see USA not get out of the group. They might not get out of the group. They could end up losing this game and not beat Iran and go home. But I think they've been one of the teams in this tournament that have really impressed me with their work rates, the way they've moved the ball around. I think they just miss a bit of experience, don't they? A bit of a cutting edge. But thought they played really well against Wales for an hour, and I think they played really well here for an hour. Remind me a lot of Canada against Belgium. You know, really good football, really good intensity, but just missing something in the final third. Who's he going to bring on, Mark? Well, if Henderson's coming on, Bellingham. And if Grealish is coming on, probably Saka. I don't think he'll take Mount or Sterling off because they're favourites. Is it called soccer now? Maybe it's being biased, but I feel like the USA has been better. No, you have, Uncle Drew. So, he's took Sterling off for Grealish. Good. Southgate makes 3 attacking subs when we were beating Iran by 3, but won't make 1 when we're drawing. Make it make sense, says Luke. And Mark, I'm scared. I don't want to call it soccer, says Harish. They've got to score first, mate. Not bringing Rashford on for Sterling is abysmal. Takes off Bellingham. I knew it. Reece Smith, thank you very much. I don't see how that makes us more attacking, playing Henderson next to Bellingham. How does that make us more attacking? And of course, Mason Mount survives and Phil Foden continues to sit on his arse. Here's Luke Shaw. Good cross? No. Fresh pair of legs in the midfield might make a difference. Obviously, again, I think we're hoping at whether they're going to get tired. Kane. I think we've adapted quite well to their ball over the top as well. I don't know whether you've noticed it with Stones and Maguire, but every time USA get the ball, they're giving themselves 10 metres against their 2 forwards so that they can't get the ball in behind. I think defensively we've done quite well, especially the centre-backs. Stone and Maguire, I think they've probably been our best 2 players, really, and that says everything about England, doesn't it? Watch Henderson score a bicycle kick, says WWE. Well, it might work, but I don't think it's what people want to see when we've been dominated by USA. I don't think people want to see Jordan Henderson coming on for Bellingham. Here's Grealish. Good play. Unlucky. Well, we're in that phase now with 20 minutes to go where maybe fitness comes into it. I don't think USA can make subs, can they? Because I think any subs they make are going... Well, they will make subs, but I think the problem USA have got is that England make subs and probably make themselves stronger. USA make subs and it probably makes them weaker. Because they haven't got the depth, have they? Lovely ball out there. Here's Dest. Aronson and Gio Reyna. I'd like to see them come on. I don't think Reyna's played at all yet, though, has he? Did he come on against Wales? I can't believe Foden's not on. bringing. I think he's bringing Trent on. Savage says USA are getting tired. I'm finally getting nervous, everybody. I just think we're in that point of the game now where if USA score, we're in big trouble. I'm not saying they will score. I think if we score, we'll win. I think if we get the first goal, we'll park the bus and win. And we parked the bus quite well today. I mean, I don't think we have parked the bus. I think that's a bit unfair, but we've defended quite well. I think if we can get the lead, we would keep the clean sheet. I predicted that we would get a clean sheet. I said at least 2-0 to England, which obviously doesn't look likely at the moment, but I never fancied USA to score. I think that's something that USA need to work on between now and the next World Cup. You know, that clinical mentality to utilise what they've done against Wales and England. They've been in very good positions, but they only got one goal. I mean, they should have beat Wales. Hi Mark, could you say happy birthday to Dainton, please? Would mean the world to me. Dainton, happy birthday. That's from Morgan. Happy birthday, mate. Here's Grealish. Into Kane. I do think the Grealish substitution should have happened sooner, and I think it's exactly the right substitution because he just gets you on the ball. He's not a speed player, is he? He's a player that just gets you possession higher up the pitch. Raz says bringing Henderson on over Foden is football terrorism. Could work. Who knows? You know, maybe Southgate knows what he's doing. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. I'd like to say I'm enjoying this game. I'm starting to not. Mark, you know I'm Canadian, so don't care who wins. But how does Phil Foden not get in? And look, I don't even like Man City, Kevin, but Phil Foden is an amazing talent, and I just don't get it. There's got to be some relationship between Southgate and Mount, because this is shocking, says Lecky. I haven't even noticed Mason Mount for about 20 minutes. JB says, is being clinical a mentality? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a confidence. It's a state of mind, and it's a quality as well. You know, you can learn it, but and maybe USA can learn it, but they just a bit like Canada the other night against Belgium, better team, but they just lacked that quality of clinicalism in the final third. According to the commentary, it's the hottest it has been so far. Both teams look tired, says Peanut. I think England are starting to get further up the pitch. I do think the substitutions have made a difference, but I think what is happening is what we predicted would happen. United States are starting to tire. They've put a lot of work into this game. I don't think this was the game plan from England, but I think naturally it was always going to happen that our fitness levels, because of the subs we can make as well, I think we're starting to get more of the ball. In the last, I think since the subs, we've took more control of the game. Here's Saka. And he's lost it. There's Kane. He'll shoot. He will shoot from there, you know. Into Saka. Goal kick. Mount off for Foden. Amazing. Absolutely amazing that he hasn't done it. And he's still not going to do it. Rashford's coming on. McKennie's coming off for Aronson. We're going to do player ratings in the second, straight after the game, by the way. So I'm just going to whack you the link in the live chat where you can start doing your player ratings, marking every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Let me just get you the link for it, and I will whack it into the live chat, and you can go and do that, and we'll do it straight away at the end. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. If you're from the United stand, you'll know what this is all about. I've pinned it at the top of the chat, the live chat. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. This is embarrassing. They should take away Southgate's passport, says Brian. Henderson was a good sum. He actually shows for the ball and will take it off the centre-backs. Rice and Bellingham have been hiding, says Sean Atwood. Harry Kane is the Ole Gunnar graveyard shift, says Brian. Yeah, I mean, he's not had a lot going on today, has he? Saka's come off for Rashford. No Trent is ridiculous at this point, says Stoko. Well, England have got to do something in the last 10 minutes because I don't think United States have really got it now. I think they're probably getting to the point where they're thinking a point's not a bad result for them. They're looking tired. Well, are we going to get another 0-0? We thought we were going to get a 0-0 this afternoon, and Goldbridge doesn't do 0-0s. If it's 0-0, I don't wear this again, by the way. I'm only wearing this because we beat Iran. I still don't think it'll be 0-0. I don't do 0-0s. Gareth Southgate out for Christmas, says Simon J. I think whatever happens, even if we win this game, I think it's a reality bite for England fans who think we can win the World Cup. Because it's a mindset, isn't it? Like, we can play this at any time. We can play like this against Ecuador. We can play like this against France, Brazil. We're not going to play the way that needs to be played. Didn't even notice Declan Rice was playing, says Dusk. Please subscribe, by the way. We're only 10 away from 835,000. Thanks everyone who's getting involved. One thing about Grealish is he wins you a lot of free kicks. About 10 minutes to go of normal time here. There will be a lot of stoppage time as well. I still feel there's going to be a goal in this. And if I'm honest, I don't think it's going to be a United States goal. I can't remember us creating a chance in the second half. And we've got to create a chance, haven't we? Oh, he's lost it there. Is that Mount again? Played by Maguire. Maguire's had a good game. He's had a good game, but he's hurt his arse there. I think it's his arse. Hopefully it's not his hamstring. Why does it sound like England fans are singing Viva Ronaldo? And how do you feel that Harry might be the highest graded player for England? I think he probably is, Logan. But I think that's good for Maguire. I don't think it's a good thing for England. I think Christian Pulisic is overrated, says James. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Maguire looks all right. Good interception. Come on, England. Here we go. Bit of a break. First time we've broke. Oh, God. Look how deep Harry Kane is. I like Pulisic. I think Pulisic is a good player, and I think he's had a good game for United States. There's Mount. Gets it into Kane. You need an overlap here. Got it. Trippier. Oh my God. Don't tell me that ball hasn't got a problem. That needed air control clearance, that. It went so high. I think we should just make it so everyone in England can vote on substitutions instead of Southgate having to make them, says Kaka. Yeah, imagine. He could have a little iPad, couldn't he? We could do a poll on That's Football. He could watch it on YouTube and then he could make the subs based on what we think. because I definitely think it'd be a better job. Foden would have been playing for at least half an hour instead of sat on his arse getting splinters. But I think this is where United States have struggled. They get the ball into these positions and they just can't create that that final third opportunity. Pulisic is the LeBron James of football, says Mads. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in, by the way. 27,000 of you. It's not been the best England game. Weah's coming off and Wright's coming off. He's going to change his front two here. Rayner and Sargent come on. Different front two for USA. 10 minutes to go. Fresh legs against the centre-backs. Could it make a difference? I'm still waiting for England to create a chance in the second half. I can't remember. One. I bet Deitch is going to replace Southgate, says Matthew. I can't remember a chance that we have created in this second half. How worrying is that? I can't think of one. I can't think of a chance. Luke Shaw intercepts it. Come on, Luke. People like hating on Maguire, but he has had a solid game, says Peanut. Man of the match for England. No, I don't disagree. I think he, unfortunately, he is going to be man of the match. And, as a Man United fan, I think that's great. But from an England fan, I think we've been shocking. I'm just hoping we're going to grab this game with... I thought I was going to drop on Maguire's head then. That would have been the perfect game for him then. I never even thought about him winning it. But, the thing that I wander to here is this. 5 shots, 1 on target. They've had 10 shots, 1 on target. I don't think we've had a shot in the second half. I think we had 5 shots in the first half. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we were on 5 shots in the first... I don't think we've had a shot in the second half. I played the game. Foden deserves more. Mount is not very good, says Lecky. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought we had 5 shots at half time. I don't think we've done anything else. Big shout out to OneFootball who sponsor our stats carousel, by the way. You can download it through that QR code in the top corner or go through the link in the description. Get all your latest breaking football news and transfer news and stats on the OneFootball app. It's free and available on all platforms. As you can see, all the subs on each team now, but no goals. I don't think we've had a yellow card either, have we? I think the referee has actually refereed this game really well. I don't know where he's from. If someone can let us know where the referee's from. I think he's done a good job. He's let the game go. I think the ref's had a good game. He's from Venezuela, apparently. Just hoping there's a chance for England in the second half here because here's Rashford. Does well. Grealish. He had a pass there. Rashford. It's got to be worth a shot. Oh, was right behind it. No power. Luke Shaw wasn't happy. Was excited for the game because you do a watch along. I love United Stand and watch every day, which is hard since I live in California. Congratulations on the studio. Thanks and love you, Mark. Happy to finally see Glazers out. Javier, thank you very much for the chat there. Appreciate that. Maguire, man of the match. Played well. No, he is. Wilson on for Kane. Not doing much. Won't happen because he's the favourite. Sammy, thank you very much. Harry Kane ain't never winning that, is he? Never in a million years. If that's Callum Wilson, he probably gets on the end of that ball from Maguire. Keeper there, running out. Oh, come on. Pulisic. I'm getting nervous here because I almost feel bad for USA if we win it, although I'll go absolutely crazy. But I'm almost like, what if they get the golden chance? I don't think we've had a shot in the second half. I really don't think we've had a shot in the second half. I think we had... I almost want to go back to the half-time bit on this stream and have a look at what we did at the start of half-time. Can somebody go back up to half-time and see how many shots England had at half-time? Because it will be there. We always put the stats on at half-time in the first minute. I'm not English by what, but why is Southgate not getting Foden on, says Dazu. Fuck knows, mate. Is England. Come on. Work a chance. Mark, what are the odds a post-match reporter gives Southgate a grilling? I say 0 chance, says Graham. No, because we might still win it, but if we win it, then if we draw it, he'll probably say it's a good point. Man of the match for me would be Adams from a USA player. An England player, it's got to be Maguire, hasn't it? Oh, I tell you what, it's written in the stars. A late corner for England. 90th minute. Maguire's been man of the match. He's won every corner that's been put there. Only 4 minutes added on. Apparently we haven't had a shot in the second half. Yeah, it's got to be United States player man of the match. No way Kane wins Golden Boot playing centre-back, says Brian. I wouldn't be surprised if Harry Maguire wins the game because he has been England's best player. It's sort of, and it wouldn't be fair on the United States, but it's just sort of got that feel to it. And he has won the header, but there's no power on it. 50p header, unfortunately. Life comes at you real quick. Hashtag soccer, says Jordan. A draw is not a win for the United States. I mean, I'm worried about a lot of things here. I don't do 0-0s. I think FIFA have got a problem with this World Cup as well. Why are we getting so many 0-0s in the group stage? Here we go. Terrible ball out the back. Where's Grealish going? Free kick. Again, I think this is going to be the best chance for us to score from a set piece. Four shots to one on target in the first half for England. So we had one shot in the second half, basically. Sending the big men up for the cross. Maguire's up there. The funny thing is that Jordan's curse got lifted, says Peanut. I know, I've inherited it now. I've just got this feeling. I've got this feeling England are going to not deserve this, but win it. And this would be it. And what the referee's looking at here. Ooh! I thought he'd done it. Harry Kane. Luke Shaw's cross is lovely. Oh, Kane. Fucking hell. How's he missed that? I mean, it wasn't easy, but how can't you remember Rashford's shots, says Frederick? Oh, yeah, straight at the keeper. So, yeah, it was quite forgettable. Well, England beat Wales and we'll still top the group, won't we? That's if it stays a draw. Can't even beat as it proves it's called soccer, says Ethan. Well, this is probably the last throw of the die here for the USA. We've hit 94 minutes. Well, I've just tweeted it there at Mark Goldbridge. Southgate's got to go. I just want to say well done to USA. You completely deserve the point. Better team. We've got an elite set of players playing shit like that. Absolute shit. Disgraceful performance. Fuck knows what the plan was. No intensity. No idea. Created very little. USA, I think if they had, a little bit more belief in the final third, they'd have won that. Our man of the match is Harry Maguire. Fucking rubbish. Absolutely fucking rubbish. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of Southgate. I mean, Phil Foden's not played a minute. Nepotism. Harry Kane. Mason Mount. Fucking played 90 minutes. I can't believe it. Absolute shit. Absolute shit. It's an embarrassment. We are an embarrassment. And we probably think we've got a good point there. They probably think, oh, what a good point that is. Go and beat Wales and we'll top the group. Fucking rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Playing for a draw, effectively. That second half was absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. And he kept it the same. He'll be playing a back five soon. I mean, Mason Mount, I thought he had been subbed. What did he do in the second half? Harry Kane, no pace, playing like a centre-back. No chances created and yet no changes, mate. I mean, Reese, can I just say this? Phil Foden, right? Phil Foden, he is on that bench, isn't he? He's one of Man City's best players who win the league most years, and yet he's not getting any game time. Yeah, we're playing a team that we can't break down. We're playing a team that we can't get into the final third. And he keeps him on the bloody bench. I mean, the press will protect Southgate because that's what they do. But it needs calling out. That's a bloody joke. Absolutely crap. And look, I don't necessarily blame the players. Those players are better than that. They're way better than that. But the coaching's terrible. It's almost like he's sending them out to enjoy themselves, enjoy the atmosphere. You don't get to play in the World Cup very often. There's no game plan. From minute one, USA were better than us. From all the way through the game, they were better than us. And with all due respect to them, they're a team that is growing. They're a team that's building towards the World Cup at their place in 4 years' time. This is meant to be our World Cup. If you can't play, if you can't have 10 minutes against USA, where you're the better team dictating the play, what are we going to do against France? What are we going to do against Brazil? What are we going to do against Spain? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to park the bloody bus and try and hit them on the break. Fucking rubbish. No Trent Alexander-Arnold. I thought Trippier was shit as well. Look, I'm not having a pop at the players. It's the coach. But you should have made, you know, if a player's having an off day, which they can do, you make a change. You make a change, don't you? That's what you do. I don't think Kane works because he's too slow, says Marketing James. Southgate is garbage. If the US has a competent striker, we've lost, says Kay. Harry Kane in the Ole Gunnar graveyard shift, says Brian. Look, was not happy about that. In fact, I'm so unhappy about it. I'm gonna do a match reaction and upload that as well. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got all the games going on tomorrow. I think that's the 5th 0-0 in the World Cup as well. Only 2 more, and it's broken the record already for 0-0s. But yeah, I mean, Wales might fancy their chances on Tuesday after that. I mean, if I was Wales, I'd fancy your chances. The door's open a bit now. The door's open for Wales now. England have only got 4 points. So you got a chance. You got a chance. Don't forget to do the player ratings. I've put them at the top of the link, and I'm going to do that on the match reaction, which you can see, which I'll upload in a few minutes' time. I'm off to have a beer, do my match reaction, and have a break for tomorrow. Big games coming up on the channel tomorrow. Get ready for those. Really looking forward to the France-Denmark game, and also the Argentina-Mexico game. Don't forget Boohoo Man. They've got loads of discounts for Black Friday, some of them up to 99%. Scan the QR code, and don't forget to enter their £800 voucher. One of you will get the £800 voucher. Take some positivity from today. Enter the competition. £800 voucher available. One of you are going to get it. Links in the description. We'll announce the winner on Monday. Thanks everyone for watching. I suggest you switch off and go and do something else, because that's not worth thinking about. Absolute shite. Speak to you tomorrow. We're back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Of course, I'm on the United Stand at 9. Take care, everyone.